So I got bored and I was thinking about something to do. So I ran into this. I got people that actually watch my channel thing in my head while I was sitting here making a different video. What I was talking about is how I have spiritually. There's so much things I could say. Like Merkabah, this energy meditation thing is a very sophisticated role model, and how to meditate this energy of mine. Another thing would be me saying, like, you would have to hold stature on me. Oh man, pause. And the reason why I can't say it would be for bad audiences, but that's only because of my fear. I promise you I'll grow out of it one day if I want to make this reality TV show a little bit more real. But on the side note, I'm on a little bit about me. So, if in quote I had did anything in my life respectfully as one of these things, and did it in a good way and not in psychotic serial killer way. Quotefully quote, I could have been labeled for my work at some point, national terrorist or something like that. So that would make it to where, in quote, if I was inducted into old roots of our country because of my work and my beliefs in, how Second Lifers in our country sophisticatedly plot things like basic training cadences and things like that, or how older people in our country sophisticatedly plot First Lifers, sophisticated things, like that. Following things that I learned, while growing up before the age of 22. I end quote, see, it's happening. And the other video, I was explaining this thing wrong with me about how when I'm talking, my memory goes away and I can't remember what the hell I was saying. And it's evolving. It does cause confusion. And I'm not going off of reading things, but whatever. On the side note, right on, confusion, reading things, and poof. Side note. No comment. Not really worried about it. So, back to about me. Sorry. I'm definitely a loner type. And it's because I don't really like talking a lot. Like, when I get to know people, I really love being silent, sitting there watching them like a weirdo. It's the best way to put it. It takes me anywhere from 2 months to a year to actually want to talk and have like normal conversations and stuff. No clue why. But Google, no clue why. Beside that point, I myself found home in Daytona Beach for being homeless and going off of this city's vibrations like a shaman or somebody that's trying to be like a spiritual guru. I wouldn't say astral because I feel like more along the lines of astral is more about getting to know the creator and space itself, or creation itself. Now, on a side note, get ready for this one. As a very religious person, I do love religion. I myself have made a religion called Bloodic, which is the practice of all religions, and quotably why knowledge of that wouldn't just get handed out to people is to prevent, like, holiday practice and Satanists and, things that get sacrificed. I mean, if their thing is sacrificing people, then I promise you, if you ever became a sacrifice, your thing is sacrificing them. Just side note, even though I can't remember what the side note is about. So, I am I'm gonna be honest. I do like what is not a fiend version of mind alteration. So, as one would say, not becoming the schedule itself. I really love when people go out of their way to do something. So, notably, like my viewers actually mean a lot to me, especially if they're people I care about, or I consider everybody family. You don't have to love all your family, believe that. I'm a weird kid. They do say I have what is schizophrenia. Never heard voices growing up at all. Period. So I was able to hone in fairly decently after a couple years when why I started would be a quite good story to hear a little bit about me. To start the story, I woke up in the ambulance to a flatline. I was a Satanist at one point, and I was doing a ritual to die for the dead and wasn't specific. Wink, wink. And more importantly, ritual to die for the dead. I had a very dull blade. That thing was extra dull. I had taken what was a little bit of acid, so hallucinating. And as somebody who looks at that as my pleasure, back then, I didn't know how strong hallucinations could be. Nowadays I do, so I look back at them and still tell the story quite clearly. So, I'm in my room. I started the ritual. Next thing I know, I'm blacking out. I've done a lot of acid in my life. I've even taken 100 hits. And not blacked out. I wouldn't try it. It's not for the weak-minded. It's a hell of a fucking trip. But not for the weak-minded. Good. Not for people who don't like hallucinating at all, like a mental or physical. So, I'm going through my night. Let's start off with, I'm blacking out. And there's one point I'm out of my vessel. There's somebody yelling at me. And all I could think to say was, literally to myself, it was an out of vessel experience. Stop crying, little dead boy. That's why I call myself a little dead boy too, by the way. It's like my way of powering myself up. And just like a little nickname I gave myself. But, side note, I was getting attacked by demons after going through the memory and stuff. I was physically getting attacked from what would be nowadays, as I would say, that demon warfare. So, I black out again. I come back to. There's a fragment of memory there. I'm in my room, sitting in a position. I black out again. I come back to. There's blood fucking everywhere in my room. Literally. The floor is drenched red. And once again, done a lot of hallucinations, and never one like that. I've done some that have taken a microdose, the liquid vial version of a microdose, contracted to the 100 point, injected it into a gel form made out of saline, Benadryl, and the other thing that's for allergies, with a little bit of, I already said saline, and then a little bit of Narcan sprayed on it. What was called a Blunzy. Anyways, I think I already went over that in one of these videos. But math, most definitely. But technically speaking, yeah, but would be listed as no. Technically. So, back to what I was talking about in this other version of the video, a little bit about me. So I'm taking a picture of the Palmio flag. I'm out here in DC and I see that the Palmio flag got taken down. So in my head, spiritually, I've been bitching about it a lot. Out of my head, if I've, had, but then I black out again after the blood. I come back to, I'm in the room screaming. Missed the part. I come back to, and the only Christian in the house, okay, of Satanists and a Luciferianist tells me, I get it. 4 died. As in Russell Eugene Clark IV, if I'm Russell Eugene Clark III. 4 died. So we can live. So I take my ass back to my room, you know what I'm saying? I black out again. I come back to, and the only thing I remember doing is pounding on my chest yelling, Superman, Superman. So that happened a couple more times. I'm gone again. I come back, like 30 minutes to an hour goes by. Cops are there. You know, we're in my house. My friends. Supposedly, there ain't no more. But my friends. My house. And I'm going to jail. So I go to jail quite professionally. I enjoy the 2-3 days I'm in there. I get out. No one wants to talk about that trip. No one wants... I had a trip with this group of friends once before, and everybody got pissed at me after being around. Like, once again, tripping with these friends, I blacked out. Ooh, you know, like a trapper could say, I got drunk, probably. But I black out. I come back to. These friends are bullying me and all this other shit. Like, that one's a weird night. But more importantly, I still love how this one lands. You know, this thing with my brain disease might have just fought part. I've had 2 flat lines in my life, so it might have just fought part of my story. But, no, by the time I got in that hospital, like, because I remember the cop being at the door. Truly. Like, the cop being at the door to arrest me. I don't remember how I got in the whatchamacallit, but I know at some point of it, the wires are hooked up to me and everything, and all I heard when I opened my eyes is beep. I close my eyes, I go back to bed. I wake up to beep, beep. So, you know, weird things about me. But after that night, things did get really weird because I had asked, what is the thing that gave me time to think before everything took off? Creator. For control of demons and stuff. And my life's been a little weird after that. Like, took over the underground with some of those vessels. Lost my life, bringing 2-point-something million people that got to watch my funeral on a fire. That might be interesting. But once again, you could jot it down for this blessing my country gave me medically. Oh, it's just a schizophrenia. And schizophrenia would probably sound more like I was on a plane and I fucking jumped in. The grass was green, I swear to God. But that's me being sarcastic, not talking about it. Daytona Beach was fun. I am a gangbanger. I have quit twice. For end quote. Y'all listening to the fucking internet. Like y'all telling me it's all bad on repeat. I quit. They proven it ain't all bad. And no matter what in gang, you have good and bad. You have the good side and you have the bad side. Now the bad side, because gang has been taken over legally, you know, by code, or by law, or by however you want to put it. They can't join and are kicked out. So, you know, if they catch us drunk and shit, we still have codes to say, nah, bitch, you ain't gang. I'm at 14 fucking minutes. Dude. I haven't talked about my life this much since I got out of the army, bro. What? Sorry, I got discharged from the army. I want to hear a little bit about army, general other than honorable, but not a dishonorable. But nowadays, from what I've stated about having after the controlling demons, at least in my head, what the fuck? I just got slapped. Alright, well, not. Mine is a temple. It's not how I look at it as Roman Catholic. The main life of yours that controls all your other vessels is your temple. Soul. Like how you would grow a temple in your mind for your God. I walk around and do that while I try and keep my temple the best me I can keep it. But on a side note, seeing as how side note popped back up in my head for some reason, I know for sure I said before Donald Trump was president that I would be president. Now I'm up here trying to join some protest about why he should be impeached, and hopefully to the point where he's not allowed to actually run office and shit. Because as a golden knight in impeachment, y'all new generation, can't actually run for president again legally. So, who knows? If you look into a law, an impeached president means they committed treason. A president, that gets impeached means they have committed a crime against their country. Now, getting them thrown out of office would be called something. I got blonde hair. I got weird eyes. They're either light blue, blue, green, and gold flakes in them, which ain't flakes somewhere. But whatever. Got a lazy eye. Weird. Favorite color? Nowadays? Definitely gray. It's not because of blind people. It's not because of, all these things it could be. It's because of leadership. But it's definitely gray. My nickname in gang, it is one of the three, honestly. 3-point, bloody, or the one given to me, blood. No matter what, I am blood. That was a conversation I had at one point in my life with somebody who is a black diamond that evolved to be a white diamond because his evolution didn't need to. He used it as his first point to me. He was a diamond that joined by a bad leader. So he got to recess his points he built my way, not the recession way. Recess, just the word recess instead of recess. So he got to recess. In order to go to recess, you have to clean the class up, and everybody had to be good. So he'd have to recess. He got to recess his points, and his first point he made to me is, "Oh, white diamond." I said, "Oh, no, but you're a black diamond. That's rude." Yeah, but if I built to be a black diamond, wouldn't that always be who I am? Yeah, no, it's definitely. Okay, so then my first point to you is I'm white. Okay, so you're a medic friend now. So why are you gonna use job colors? But great man. Shout out to Mike if he ever gets to see this. How you would know me well enough to spend years of your life hanging out with Bloods to give me that compliment and let me know certified that gray color is so fly. It's just priceless. Shout out to you, Mike. I really don't know where else to go. I'm almost at 20 minutes. So at this point, I'm going to say, hey, comment below writes the word comment on the bottom of the screen. Comment below. Building a reality TV show. I might sync that low tonight. I might do it. Like, bro, subscribe. I got no hate against them, honestly. It is a tactic to build your channel. Truly. Two people popped up too. So this is a 20-minute video about me, but the original video I was making was for y'all. But I had stated some things in a way that I actually couldn't post the video, and not for legal reasons, because I'm too scared of the repercussions, I guess, in life currently, and don't have the situation or the support network to deal with it. So where I was at was, there is this Capitol building here, and it had a missing Palmilla flag. Forever and a day, I work my ass off in my head in this country. Forever and a day. I would be pissed about a Palmilla flag not being up there no more. So after complaining about it for almost, I don't know, 5 days, it's up there. As a man who's tried this for many years, I mean that. I'll sit there and be walking around a light, trying to catch the right image. Nowadays, don't mess my head up doing that nowadays. I think the face looks like me. I really ain't got the online face to prove I'm anything like that in my temple, but I can tell you I'm from Sock. Viet Cong style, boy. And I can back it up too, and believe that. Generator to the com. Think it's a game. Oh, Miss J. I got to see what was the commander, sergeant, as one couldn't say, of Sock, if it was old. But he looked young, swear to God. Knowing he was one of the D-Day boys. You know, it's around. Another thing I would like to quote as a person, if you wanted to get to know me: they're not all fucking dead. I found one. I found more than one. Like, I mean that. Vietnam veterans that ain't dead. Is anybody around like 10 years ago with TV? Or like 12? All the Vietnam veterans that served in Vietnam are dead. I walked right past my brother. No. As a real golden knight, I did my way. And it created what was the clusterfuck of me blacking out, ending up with a big gash on the back of my neck that needed glue. And I don't mean Elmer's Fudd glue or anything like that. I mean actual glue. A big gash on the back of my neck. So how I started boiling it down, no, it was all over. That one boiled down for real, not drugs. Emotion blackout. Because they're not really Vietnam veterans. They're all this, they're all that. So I blacked the fuck out. Next thing I know, there's 2 days go by. Them boys are up at the dinner going, "No, Russell's a good guy." You know what I'm asking? I know people like Sock boys know what I'm asking. But it was a black, like I took a picture of it, and it came out completely black. And it looks like the color black of a person that was in, or it looks like the color black when somebody is a prisoner of black camp for the United States of America's Molotov. United States Molotov. That would be like saying royal family. It would be before Pilgrim, but after Freemason. All I gotta tell you is just work hard. and it will come. Trust me. If you're actually seeking, trying to be, that it will come. So I thought it was funny, and I should record a video about it because I personally know I'm a registered black camp member. I've never been to jail for any kind of terrorism acts, and I know for sure they won't slap a racketeer on me because of the soldiers under me. So, but I got told it's not a criminal organization the way I broke it down and described it to them. That doesn't mean they ain't bad. Nothing. Where's that? The thing after that. Go. And not in the way that I can't remember it when talking about it. So, fuck. Shit really does evolve. I thought it'd just be that. Oh, somebody has sympathy for that, please. I'll be alright. Oh, I got a good one. I think this is nasty. If I had a good booger, dude, I have a better one for you. It's something I haven't gave up on since a kid. Give me a minute. I ain't got a good booger. I guess you lucked out there. I'm a booger eater, for real. I think it was, right. So, where I was at, on a side note, is this word Merkabah and it being about meditation and gemology. Big role model in my life. A name I'm working on, because I don't want to be anything like my father, is Nochian. And I don't mean it satanically. If you actually read those keys, it's about how they will kill you if you go evil. It explains how you're gonna die. So that's what carried me forward after that Superman Night event. And it's something I stuck to. Like, they had made fun of me in a physical, spiritual way about my name and blah blah blah. And what I came back with was an Ochi. I called myself an Ochi, and it's a name I've been going for myself quite since. Then you have what is Gra. If schizophrenia ain't real, and it's been proven to me by creation, and goal of mine in creation was to serve the military creation. However, a human for something that old can serve. The name I got back with. The name I got back from dedication to that mentally, demonically. Physical actions have happened, and these ways I built my temple is Gra. Then, of course, Bloody. But I haven't figured out where Bloody's actually gonna stand and land. Mr. Blood is on the option. Mr. Fallen was the original one. My life, biggest thing about me is, I guess you might or might not believe, my dedication to fallen soldiers is the main path of my life. And trust me, it grows with the way we grow our country and the way we want to unite the republic. So it's not just American fallen soldiers, United States fallen soldiers. It's a little bit bigger than that. But it's a hard lifestyle to actually try to live. You're not gonna believe it, blah blah blah, you're evil, you're a traitor. I would know for sure that no standing country has a population of over like 203 has fallen soldiers, majority number being, fuck you, we go to war, kill you. You know what I'm saying? So, but that'd be the biggest thing. Like, what's your life about? Fallen soldiers. Second, plug-in. Third, Golden Knight. Gura.